Yeah, this is like if you make like banana with gold leaves around it, and there's like some whipped cream, and then, it's a very pretty, well lit picture. This is bananas like behind a grocery store, spray paint on the wall, and there's just a banana laying on the ground. That's what
I wouldn't say that, but it's still good.
It back again. We got another idea. Since Gus is out of town, we decided we would just do it now.
Yeah.
Or we discussed this ahead of time. One of the two. But
that's more like right now.
This video, Colton from Palmetto Bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably put it here. Yeah. This video, we're going to do what our favorite is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not our favorite all time. Just right now, what our favorite thing to drink is. And then I'm also, did you bring two or one?
Just one.
Oh, I missed you. All right. We're going to do our favorite right now, and my favorite right now. And then I'm going to do what I drink the most of.
Okay.
And I think yours is both. It's like what you drink the most of that's your favorite right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, so I explained it wrong, but it's all good.
It's all good, man. Once you get on that period of consistency, it's just like, that's what I want to drink. And you know how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're on something, it's set for a while.
Yeah. I think mine will be semi-comical, but
yeah.
But it's true. It's
I'm curious.
It's
now.
what I drink the most of. Let's go with first. You only brought one, so go ahead and do yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you brought.
You want me to just use one of these?
Use one of these, yeah.
All right, cool.
What did you bring?
So I might get some hate for it, but it's all good. JTS Brown from Heaven Hill Distillery. This stuff is absolutely money. It's an old recipe, obviously. JTS Brown's been around for quite a while. It's a minimum of 4 years, bottle and bond. And it's just what you look for in, I shouldn't say like basic bourbon traits, but if you're looking for something that's a consistent drinker, love bourbon, this is what you want to reach every time. And this is what I pull off my shelf a lot.
The most?
Yeah, I would say the most. So,
and you have no problem when you find it, do you buy a bunch of it? I guess?
Yes, yeah. Because one, you can't get it in South Carolina, and it's very rare if you find anything in the Carolinas up in north. And then, Kentucky is where you can mainly find these on the shelf. And some of these bottles, guys, go for like $50, and it gets pretty ridiculous because you can only get it in certain states. But on the shelf, $16, $18 all day long.
That's
and
great.
It's one of the best sippers. I've replaced this bottle with Evan Williams. If you're looking for a good just summer drink, this is it.
That's what we've been selling Evan Williams Bottle and Bond forever.
Yeah, and I mean Evan Williams Bottle and Bond's great. Most people know if you watch the couple of videos back that I love it. So I mean this is.
Did you drink it before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually, so when if those who watched the last video of the tasting video that Whiskey and Whitetails put
I'll link it right here.
Yeah, so I was actually going through the video when we were rewatching it and going through Blanton's E.H. Taylor, and I was kind of going back in the order, and I picked the same exact order I did in the video. So it's pretty crazy. If you go for a round two of it, it's almost like your palate knows what you still like. So it's cool to know that even though you know in your head, like, I know what I'm drinking this time, but it's still kind of random because I had my wife set it up. It still works out.
What's crazy is that Bottle and Bond people picked as the most expensive, and then Genuine Kyle, he said it was if he wanted to treat himself, that's the one he would drink. It's crazy.
Oh, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond's great. I mean, it's hit or miss with some people. They say it's like gasoline or just like a shoe.
I think they just don't. They don't.
No, it's so good. I mean, it's a good mixer and it's a good drinker. But this has been like my go-to lately, and I know it's hard to find for certain people, and it's hard to find here in South Carolina. But when you can get some and you know where to find it, you just gotta get it, man.
So this is a Bottle and Bond, 4 years old, 100 proof. Let's give this thing a crack.
Oh, absolutely. Crack is in twist.
Yeah.
Flick. Watch that thing go fly across the room. No, this thing is awesome. So I drank this last night, and all I can remember on it is just straight vanilla. It's nothing but just vanilla. You get your caramels, but most importantly is just like, it's kind of on the younger side. You can taste that, but there's just enough in it where it's bourbon. I mean, you'll just get it right off the rip. Is that this is something that I wouldn't even mix this personally.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it is super good. If you had a bourbon that you could sip all summer, and when it's 100 degrees in the Carolinas, that is what I reach for.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
this is really
you
good.
could sit on your porch, enjoy a good bourbon neat. Don't have to worry about. You can put it on ice if you want. I don't, but you know, I might try that later this weekend. But
let's try it with because I'm all about that limestone water.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's try a drop of limestone water.
But did you just get like that? It's nothing. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. But
No.
you know you're drinking bourbon,
bourbon.
and it's quality.
Yeah.
There's nothing like weird about it. It's not like you're drinking gasoline.
No.
I mean, this is just clean.
I think the water spiced it up some.
Oh my God, did it? Whoa.
That's crazy what one drop of water will do.
Okay, so that was weird. That opened up a ton of baking spice.
Yes, it did. That
And,
made it. Obviously, it brings it down below 100 proof, just one drop of water, but
That's still good though. I was not expecting that. I was expecting more of like a forward note of like maybe an apple note, cherries, you know, just very common bourbon traits that people pick up. But that was more of just like upfront bacon spice.
yeah, it gave it some extra heat too.
Wow, that is it continues that way. It doesn't go away. That is cool. That's a cool little trick, man. I haven't tried that in a while.
I'm about it. You can get it on Amazon pretty easily. Kentucky limestone water comes in like little bottles about this big, but that'll last you forever because you're doing a drop at a time. I think I filled 10 of these droppers. I have them all over the place. Got them in the truck, got them in here, got them at home. Gus has some. I've shipped some to people because I've had bourbons where I want them to try it. But put one drop.
So I had a opportunity when I was in Savannah, and there's a couple, you know, obviously that's where the Prohibition Museum is in the United States, so it's home of the Prohibition Museum. They have a fair amount of old Dusties, and the crazy thing about that is I'm kind of reminiscing on a lot of those older bourbons. They have like bourbons from the 80s and the 90s, some even pre-Fire Heaven Hill, and when I drink this, it's like, whoa. It almost reminds me of
It
those.
does.
Yeah.
It's like a
really
time
good.
machine almost when you drink it because this tastes to me, some of those old Dusties, I haven't had a lot of them, but I've had some Wild Turkey old Dusties, and the difference between the old ones and the new ones, that difference is, I get that a lot in that bottle.
So, like, I think from the history of this is, like, obviously it's a 1800s, mid-1800s recipe.
It's crazy. I mean, do they use that recipe for anything else? Do you know, or do they only use it in JTS?
Not that I'm aware of. No, it's just JTS Brown that I'm aware of. But stuff is super good, and I know like it always goes through a phase, like Prohibition, and then you got the people who wanted lower proof vodkas. So like at one point, this was a bottle and bond for a long time, and then it got proofed down to 80 proof for a while because of that whole stir that happened back in the 70s and 80s, and then it came back to a bottle and bond series. I think back in like the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can look that up and if I'm wrong. But I know that they did have a short period of time where they did actually proof it down. And I'm glad that they did stay at a bottle and bond. It seems like Heaven Hill can really produce a good bottle and bond in that consistency with it.
Absolutely. That's the other thing I tell people too is the early times bottle and bond. Just bottle and bond.
Oh, it's so good.
It's just good. It's just good. There's something about it being that 4-year mark. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go into my favorite right now.
Oh, man. I was about to say, if you taste that again, completely different. You let it air out, and it got like a completely different change just then.
I drunk it. So here's my favorite bottle right now. Smooth Ambler Old Scout. This is a 12-year.
Ooh. So I had a 12-year once. I did not open it. I traded it with a friend.
So I bought 2, and I drank all of the first one. We actually did a bottle kill episode with it. I don't remember who.
That was this Tennessee?
Who I did it with. We did it with Dom. Oh, actually, the episode that comes out tomorrow.
Sweet.
Monday.
Awesome.
Or it's already out now by this time.
Perfect. Ooh. Bam. Those Smooth Ambler bottles have a big cork pop, like every time you open them.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
So this is obviously Tennessee, I'm assuming. 12-year, right?
Yeah, it's...
There you go.
So this one is a 56.5%, which makes it 113-ish.
Sweet. I'm curious.
But yeah, 12-year single barrel select cask strength.
Yeah, my
patiently crafted Appalachian whiskey, since I like to piss people off. Yeah.
So I know
patiently crafted Appalachian whiskey.
I know my palate's geared a little bit differently than most. So like Tennessee, like
this is West Virginia.
Is it really?
Bottled by Smooth Ambler Spirits Company, Max Welton, West Virginia.
What's the distilled?
Didn't say. Distilled in Tennessee. Yep,
There you
it
go.
is. There we
So-
go. I was about to say, I was like, when did they move? Because I know it used to be distilled in Tennessee.
So
hold
like
on,
it-
I got you.
But yeah. So like, I know your palate. You like Tennessee in a certain like to a point.
Yeah, Dickel,
Yeah. Some Dickles.
some.
Yeah. And like Jack Daniels, obviously.
Yeah,
Jack Daniels
I am a
is
Jack
the king
Daniels
of Tennessee.
fiend.
Yeah.
I always have been. Jack Daniels is what got me on whiskey because
Mhm.
Jack Daniels is the first thing that I consistently bought.
Yeah,
I
the
just
single
liked it.
barrels, that barrel proof from last year. Oh my God! Like that is quality Tennessee whiskey,
So
in its finest.
Have you had that rye? That you gave me some that rye,
The barrel proof rye.
Yes.
Oh my God!
That's the green bottle, not the
yeah,
red one.
That is just
Yeah.
That is probably the best Jack Daniels I've ever had. That
It's
barrel
fantastic.
proof rye is perfect.
It's fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what they make this year because they're doing something different.
There's a lot going on. Rumor has it. I don't know if it's true, but I've seen some pretty double-digit years going on from Jack Daniels.
Really?
Like they're about to release something between 12 to 15 years old this
Wow.
year.
That's crazy. They'd hang on to something.
Man, I don't know, but I can't even imagine what that would taste like.
Oh, I got some of this on my fingers.
It won't taste like Dickel. That's
No,
for sure.
no.
Ooh, that's interesting. Bananas.
Cherry banana.
Yeah.
Banana. It reminds me of like a parfait or a yogurt.
Yeah, yogurt. Okay, yogurt definitely stands out there.
Yeah.
Yogurt and bananas.
Like a fruit yogurt.
Yeah,
That's what it.
for sure.
But I love it, and it drinks
That's
so
not
good.
bad. That's really not bad. You know, like I talking about like kind of craft out there, right? So let's kind of go with that again. So we were talking about like barrel bourbon is a mix. They do Kentucky, they do Tennessee, they do MGP. They have so many variations out there. This kind of reminds me of one of the barrel bourbons I have, and I picked it up out of Total Wine a while ago. And
Not the orange one.
No. It's just a store pick.
Oh, was it?
It's a 12-year store pick. I think it's either 10
That
or 12
orange
year.
one, they pushed that thing like it was going to be God's gift to.
The New Year one.
It was not good. I didn't like it.
That's the thing about barrel is like they have so many offerings, and sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. To me, it shies me away a little bit. I don't want to bash barrel, but it's just when you have so many offerings out there, it's kind of like, what do you choose? You know, it's kind of like you put too much in front of somebody, and it's like, how do I determine what I want to get?
Yeah.
But
Do you have
no,
to say mouth open smell?
nope, completely different.
Did you taste it yet?
No, I haven't. I've just been nosing this banana.
Taste it.
Drink's kind of dry for me.
Yeah,
It does.
it's it definitely.
I don't want to
compared
like.
what we
I don't want
just
to like
drank.
make it feel like it sucks. Like it's good. It's good. It
Well, I mean,
it's
the
very
likelihood of
dry.
anyone finding this is very low. I mean,
yeah.
I've had this for a year and a
It's
half.
super banana-y, and it gets into like that. I'm trying to think. Let me go back. Okay, that was better. Maybe I just need to try it a second time. Coffee beans and bananas.
I don't get coffee.
Coffee beans, just coffee beans, because
Yeah.
I get a lot of dryness. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
it's just like lingering towards my cheeks, and it's just nothing but dryness.
Do you like I need to take you over to One Nation Coffee and let you.
Yeah.
They have green beans that like haven't been cooked,
I drink coffee all the time,
but you
man.
can chew on these green beans. We were thinking about taking them and coating them in barrel char.
Mhm.
I don't know what you may not want to eat it after that, but I want to eat it. I want to
Yeah.
coat one in barrel char like honey, like put honey on it and then throw it in barrel char
like,
and then throw it in my mouth.
It's like like my coffee, I usually drink it black. So I get a lot of dry. I understand that note when I go out and like to be have a good time. I put a little bit of sugar, I put a little bit of cream. I do like 3 creams, right? And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a ton of sweetness of like creamed coffee.
yeah.
And then it rolls into a banana, if that makes sense. So when
I think
say
I could
coffee,
get creamed coffee. Yeah,
Yeah,
can
when
get
I say
that.
coffee, I'm mainly meaning like a lot of heavy cream in
'Cause
there.
when I hear coffee bean, I think of that green bean
Yeah.
it's like that's tart.
I mean,
It's a
this is
whole
good.
nother-
This is
yeah.
good, but I'm just getting nothing but straight bananas.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
lot of banana. In it.
Yeah.
And I'm historically not a banana fan, but the 1920 is one of my favorites, and it has a
Yeah.
hard banana note. So maybe I do like
and
bananas.
like the 1792 full proofs are the same
Yes,
way.
yeah.
They are just super banana-y from those Barton Distillery.
Yeah. Do you have an empty glass? I'm about to bust out my go-to.
I will make an empty glass.
Make an empty glass. This is my go-to. This is what I drink the most of. when we're not doing tasting and sampling and stuff and being fancy on the YouTubes, when I'm at home and I'm watching movies or whatever, we're chilling on a chilling,
just relaxing,
hanging out on a weekend on a Saturday night or whatever. This is what I drink.
So this is your go-to.
This is excuse me. The bottle's gigantic, so it's hard to get. Yeah, okay, we're in the clear now. So this is my go-to.
Let's see it. Oh, very old Barton.
Very old Barton. Some little. There you go.
That deserves a round of applause.
Oh, we can do it again.
That's surprising. No, seriously, like there's not a lot of people who would pick this bottle, so kudos. This is a great bottle.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite. And what's funny is it's impossible to find, but when you do find it, when you talk about this being $16, this is also $16.
Price tag.
Yeah. This is next to nothing, and it's a 1.75.
The fifth is probably 16.
Dude, this is that liquor store next to. I'll tell you where to get it. The liquor store next to Walgreens.
Yeah.
Where I live. You know where I live.
I know what you're talking about.
That liquor store right there, they always have it for $16 to $18. Wow. I've seen it one time for $25. Yeah. It's fantastically cheap, but it's
this. I haven't had this in so long.
It's I'm telling you, it's my go-to.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is
normally I don't drink it out of a Glencairn.
No,
it's usually I just throw it in a rocks glass.
This is perfect. No, I understand. This very old Barton is awesome.
Yes, it's telling you, people sleep on it because
That's
it looks like
pick.
junk.
That's a good pick.
It looks like junk, and it's cheap.
If I had to pick my second bottle, just so
bananas
factory on this. But if I had to pick a second bottle, guys, like I know I didn't bring one. You know how much I hit the Elijah Craig. Like that's got to be it.
Yeah.
I am killer for Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig store picks, toasted barrel proofs.
Do you drink regular Elijah Craig?
Oh yeah, I drink all Elijah Craig. That's your
go-to. Oh, I know. I drink barrel proofs behind you. I got toasted barrel.
It's got the peanut brittle. It's got the vanillas.
But you drink just a regular 94 proof.
Yeah. I mean, you mix it. I mean, it's so good. Elijah Craig is a perfect mixer. I own probably 20 bottles of it. I mean, it's wonderful. And that is my go-to outside of JTS Brown.
And if you like Elijah Craig, insert here. You can go watch our Battle of the Barrel Proofs, and we did it's not out yet, but it comes out Friday. But it's already out by the time you're seeing this.
I'm excited.
So we did Battle of Barrel Proofs. We opened 7 barrel proofs.
Yeah,
the video cut out halfway through, so we're gonna have to redo the larceny ones. But I got all the Elijah Craig ones in.
That's funny. I'm super stoked to see that video. I hope y'all are too. That is gonna be a good one.
We were litty by the end of it.
Oh, I can imagine. I've been there. I've done that video live myself. It's
fun. It's
an experience. You get through like 3 or 4 of them, and you're just like, oh crap, I'm in trouble.
It comes quick.
Yeah,
like in the video, I'm trying to say something, and Gus is like, "Dude, we've only done 3," and I was like, "That's not what that is. That's not. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk." Yeah.
Yeah.
Give that a smell. Tell me you don't get a basket full of bananas.
Oh yeah, all day.
Yeah,
all day long. And that's what's funny is like it's very similar. Even though it's Tennessee, you get a ton of banana. I would say this banana is more stronger.
That's like nose. The show. Is it a show? It's a store, Caviar and Bananas.
Yeah,
downtown. This is like Caviar and Bananas.
Mm-hmm.
This is like 99 Bananas whiskey.
Makes sense.
In my mind, like this is like fancy banana.
Like
this is just
when I think of bananas, that makes sense now because I was thinking more of like this is like a sundae type. You got some ice cream on top.
Yeah. This is like this is if you make like banana with gold leaves around it, and there's like some whipped cream, and then it's a very pretty, well lit picture. This is bananas like behind a grocery store. Spray paint on the wall, and there's just a banana laying on the ground. That's what
I wouldn't say that, but it's still good. I mean, the nose is still good.
Drink it though. Drink it.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with obviously how much you've put a dent in this thing too.
Let me get you some folk music while you drink it. It goes down nice, doesn't it?
It's not bad.
Yeah. For being so cheap, it goes down really nice.
So like this is super Barton-y. Obviously it's Barton.
Yes.
But like you get a lot of that oak that Barton is famous for.
If you take Barton and make it very old.
Yeah. Obviously.
That's what that is.
This tastes So like a lot of this, like you'll see source whiskeys from like Blue Note and like a lot of those craft guys that are out there. This is very Barton heavy. I mean, obviously it's not super old.
What do you think about Blue Note?
Blue Note?
Yeah.
The Blue Note pick I had was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was very similar to this. It might have been, you know, when I look at this bottle, obviously there's no age statement. When I drink this, I'm thinking it's anywhere from 5 to 8 years old.
Yeah, this is not it. This is not really a super
Now,
young
most
whiskey.
people like,
I think this is supposed to be something else, and it's just not.
well, a lot of people know like Sam Houston, for example. Sam Houston 14 year, right? Like that came out a couple years back. Sam Houston was sourcing from Barton. So if you compare this to like that, and I drink Sam Houston 14 a lot. I'm a huge Sam Houston fan. I think what they're doing is great. But when you drink this, you can definitely tell a huge difference. This is a good sipper, just on a daily basis. If you're just wanting to have a drink and you want to pull something from the cabinet, that's what you would pick. And
It's
I agree
easy
with
and
that.
it lasts. And you know, I don't even have this on the bar. This sits next to the bar. Like you've insert bar video, but it sits next to the bar. This doesn't even get a spot on or in the bar. It's just sitting on the ground. But yeah, I'll just walk in there and pick it up and pour a couple globs.
I'm kind of excited what I've got coming up next that hopefully we'll get a video in eventually and I'll show you what we're talking about. But there's some pretty good, there's so much stuff out there. And like I keep saying in all of our videos, there's just a endless amount of bourbon. Like it's come from one end and then everybody's extracted their own source or they've distilled their own bourbon and the boom's there. I mean, so there's so much to explore nowadays that you can just find out there.
Well, this is like a zoom in moment. Zoom in. Stop worrying about those bottles. The ones that you walk in the liquor store, you guys have any Pappy or Blanton's or just stop. Just stop. Go get something else. There's so much good stuff out there.
110%. 110%.
Yeah.
There's so many new distilleries out there. There's so many new people getting out there in the market, you know, selling what they got. And, you know, whether it's MGP, Kentucky, Tennessee, local, you name it. I mean, people are out there and they're interested in providing their product to you. And they're
creating good stuff.
Yeah, there's a ton of variety on the market. So don't get stuck up in the Buffalo Trace of the world or, you know, whatever, and just go find what you enjoy and drink it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be in the spotlight to enjoy good whiskey.
You don't have to drink WB Saffel every day.
WB Saffel's wonderful.
It's so good, dude.
That's wonderful.
It's so good. It's too expensive, but it's good.
It's dusty turkey, and you just got to appreciate everything of it.
I know.
So,
it's
like,
just
like
so how big is that bottle? What does that say? 350?
It's a 357.
Grab it. It's right behind you.
I mean, look at this thing. It's tiny as hell, people.
Yeah, look at this bottle. Look at it in my hands.
And it's $50.
Yeah, this is a $50. It was $59.99. 107 proof.
It's so good, guys. Good. It is so good. So, like, those who understand get it. But, I mean, find your palate. Enjoy it. Don't get caught up in the spotlight. And just appreciate what you're getting, you know? I mean, like Firefly, for example. We talk about Firefly all the time.
Yeah.
Sugar water of the South Carolinas. I mean,
I feel bad drinking it sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, this is not bourbon.
I drink Firefly. I drink Firefly all the time just like he does. And it's just like, wow. I mean, you can mix it, you can drink it, and you can put it on ice. It is just wonderful.
It's just so
sweet. It's so sweet for a bourbon at 90 proof.
I want to get Michael in here and talk to him.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. We're going to work on it. We're going to make it happen, folks. I think we might be on our regular schedule after this episode. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. We're just making content and having a good time drinking. So
if not, just let me know.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Y'all have a great day.